this is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today, let's ask the question, are you a chef or an instruction follower? So today I'm coming to you from my kitchen area, right? It was only a matter of time during lockdown. I'm running out of places to film and might as well do it in the kitchen, right? So I'm over here cooking dinner. I thought we could do a new segment on the channel called Overpass in the Kitchen, right? We'll do recipe ideas. I'll show you guys how to cook things. I think it'll be a nice change for the channel. Right now, actually, I'm like not a very good cook. I never have been. I just don't have the enthusiasm for it. I know there's people out there who will go out and they'll go to the grocery store and they're like artists. They put things together. They know what everything tastes like. There's still vegetables. I don't know what they are, and I have to ask somebody at the supermarket. Sorry, what is an escallion? What is that? I got it on my list. What is that, right? And they'll point me in the right direction, right? That's how bad I am, right? So, and when I cook, like so tonight I'm cooking. I got carrots, sliced carrots. I've got some mashed potatoes or some potatoes that are boiling. I'm gonna be doing pork chops. All right, so when I cook, it's like I'm putting together IKEA furniture, right? I'm reading everything exactly like, okay, all right, okay, and I'm like, and I'll do everything exactly like it says. There's no experimentation on my part. There's nothing new. There's no creating going on, because for me, I've always thought of cooking as being like a chore, and it's just not something that I've really been into, right? But if you were to ask me if I could cook, I would say yes. In fact, I have cooked professionally. When I was 16 or 17 and 18 working at McDonald's in San Diego, right? I was a professional cook, right? So if you were to ask me, can you cook? Or if I was to apply for a job and they said, can you cook as part of this job? I would say, of course I can. Well, or I might, depending on I want to go for a job as a cook. It's not where my skills lie, right? Well, the reason I started thinking about this is a lot of times when you're hiring a software developer, a lot of times you say, can you do PHP? And the answer comes back as yes. It's not necessarily the answer that you want, because what you should be asking is, how good are you at this language? How good are you at this? Or do you have a penchant for this? Because anybody could go through and follow a tutorial. Like a lot of things that we do because we follow tutorials, right? Even there's things I do. I mean, I'm reading the packet on this stuff, right? Sometimes when you hire somebody as a software developer, despite the fact that they say yes, they can do it. Yes, they can do it for pay. Yes, they can do it professionally. They're still following the instructions directly, right? I know this because I've hired developers and I go through and I look at it and I find code samples with variable names that I can find directly on the web, right? They just copy paste it from someplace else, right? If you're a software developer for any length of time, you know what this is like. But that's how everybody starts. That's not a bad thing to copy other people's code, right? That's how you learn. It's like how writers copy the styles of other writers until they find their own voice. A lot of times is that experimentation that works, but you have to know that when you're hiring somebody. I get a lot of questions about hiring people remotely, putting your team together, and that's a big distinction I would make. It was like, are you hiring somebody who can follow instructions really well, like me? Or, just somebody you can tell them exactly what to do and they'll do it? Or do you need somebody to create things and just go away and do it, right? One of the reasons why I've been well paid as a software developer is because I could get minimal instruction and go away and just do it, right? Because that's where my passions lie, that's where my experience lies, that's where my, all that kind of stuff lies. And it's something to think about if you hire somebody. And it's also a way to think about it if you're branding yourself, right? If you're branding yourself, you're going out for a job, think about, what are you going for? If you're going for a job where it means following instructions, like it did when I was at McDonald's, like it does today when I'm cooking this dinner, then you're not going to be paid as much as if you could go out there and create something, like somebody who could really properly cook. So anyway, just some thoughts today. It's really, I have to hire somebody right now. So the reason I'm thinking about this is I have to hire somebody right now, not a developer, but I have to hire a designer. And it's just, oh God, I hate going through the process. I hate going through the process of wheeling out the instruction followers versus the artists and the creators. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day. That is it for today. I'll talk to you guys again next time.